Hello, good evening, everyone. I'm Santi Dianah. On this occasion, I would like to convey my practical Islamic education for the golden generation of Indonesia 2045. So, through this presentation, I want to reveal that as a country with the largest Muslim population in the world, Indonesia has a great opportunity to become a great country if it's able to implement the right education concept. And for more a detailed explanation, I want to explain it by discussing the following three questions. So the first is, what is the content of Islamic education? And then, what is the relationship between Islamic education and efforts to prepare Indonesia's golden generation? And the last, how to realize Indonesia as a superpower country in 2045 through Islamic education. And let's move on. So it's very interesting that based on interpretation from various sources, it can be concluded that the goals of national education and also the goals of Islamic education are the same, mainly to form good people, people who are faithful, pious, and have a noble character. So basically, our education goal is not to prepare workers for the needs of uh, industrial world. And the other point that I want to highlight is there are still many people who are pessimistic about the vision of Indonesia as a superpower country in 2045. But we but we must remain optimistic because the potential of the productive population is a very powerful basic capital in Indonesia. In the next 15 to 20 years, it is estimated that more than 60% of the Indonesian population will be of productive age. So we have to manage this demographic bonus well. Otherwise, it will turn into demographic disaster. And education is the most strategic vehicle for managing the potential of the productive population. Specifically, quality Islamic education is a strategic steps to create a golden generation. The question is, why Islamic education? Because it has been proven that Islamic education has given birth so many golden generations, the generation who could bring progress for their country and also for the general humanity, such as the generation of Al-Fatih or Al-Ayyubi, and also the golden generation of Santri in Indonesia, who had a big role in Indonesian independence. And it turns out that uh, the concept of education that implemented to them at that time is ta'adabu summa ta'allamu. So cultivate the good manners first, then gain knowledge. So I want to highlight about the adab. In English, we can say it as a courtesy. And the concept of courtesy is the three inseparable units of knowledge, faith, and good deeds. So a civilized person is a person who has highly knowledgeable, also has a high faith and behaves well. So the conclusion, if Indonesia want to be a great country in the future, make sure that its people have a good adab or have a good courtesy in addition of planning some materialistic goal, such as the amount of income or public facilities, it's also important to formulate the progress soul of Indonesian people because this also has been mandated by the song Indonesia Raya. Bangunlah jiwanya, bangunlah badannya untuk Indonesia Raya. So it's not build the party and build the toll road. And then the last, I have 3 points that should be done by our country to realize the golden generation of Indonesia in 2045. So the first is there is no dichotomy between Islamic education and national education. And then try to improve and develop the curriculum to match Islam and the national education system. And the last is prepare qualified teachers. So if we implement this education concept, we will definitely be able to create the golden generation to make Indonesia a superpower country 2045. That's all from me. Thank you very